All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we're back with another video. Get in here, get in here. We got to talk about one of my least favorite celebrities. Y'all know Keke Palmer was under fire because she had an interview with Jonathan Majors, and people were feeling like, well, why would you interview him? He's an abuser, this, that, and the third. You should have never interviewed him on your platform. So she got dragged for the interview, okay, and never released the interview, all right? So let's get into the article. Keke Palmer is no longer airing an interview with convicted abuser Jonathan Majors on her podcast. Since last week, Baby, This is Keke Palmer had been teasing an episode titled No Easy Answers, Accountability and Moving Forward with Jonathan Majors. Set for April 8th, the episode was available early to Wondery subscribers, but then disappeared from Palmer's feed before it premiered yesterday after fans criticized Palmer for helping rehabilitate Major's image. It has been replaced by an interview with rapper Cash Doll with no acknowledgement from Palmer or production company, Wondery. Majors has been doing some of his first interviews since December 2023, conviction on misdemeanors and harassment to promote his new film, Magazine Dreams, while his conviction stemmed from March 23rd incident with his ex, Grace Jabari. Multiple other exes have accused him of abuse, okay? We're living in a time where we want real accountability, especially for things men have gotten away with for too long, the description of Palmer's deleted episode read. At the same time, finding forgiveness feels harder than ever, and we're still figuring out what true accountability even looks like. Palmer promoted the episode with a clip of her playing This or That with Majors, in which they bonded over their obsession with time. And Majors said he'd rather star in a rom-com with his wife Megan Good than buddy cop movie with his friend Michael B. Jordan. Okay, so people were feeling some type of way about that. Why would she interview him? Why would she sit with him? Why would she revive his career? So she ultimately pulled the episode. I think she should have still did the interview. But the reason why she didn't, see, here's the thing about Keke Palmer. She's messy. She's messy, and she wanted those numbers. She wanted the clicks, but she couldn't deal with the fire that came with it. And that's why I don't really get into Keke Palmer, because she's phony as hell. You get what I'm saying? Like, I get it if, you know, it's not good for your image, it's not good for your brand, and, you know, you're Keke Palmer, you're the black, you know, people's princess, but that's not really who she is. She's the girl that wanted to interview Jonathan Majors. She is messy. She wanted the clickbait. She wanted the drama. She wanted the tea. She wanted that image on her platform. So, you know, I think that at some point we need to understand that Keke Palmer is not just all this clean cut of a girl. She's messy. Never forget, she's the same woman that lied on Darius and said that he was abusing her. Offered to us to find out that he wasn't really hitting her. She lied about that, said that she had images of the man hitting her, put a fake still shot out, and then went to court and settled in court privately, all to get back with the guy. Also, for it to be text messages that got revealed that she was the one getting drunk and hitting on him. So you guys really need to stop holding Keke Palmer to the standard of her just being this goody-goody two-shoes when her and her mama is messy as hell. That's number one. But number two, I think, girl, if you're going to get into a media space and you're going to do interviews, at some point you just need to say, you know what, quiet out all the noise. I'm going to do the interview. I'm going to do the sit down, and I want to interview Jonathan Majors, and I want to get to the bottom of this because I don't think what he did was that bad, or maybe I want to give him an opportunity to tell his side of the story, you know? And I think for Jonathan Majors, I get it. I get why people are upset. It's a sensitive subject, but if he was going to go there and take accountability, apologize, why should people have to live in their past? He's got the conviction. You know what I'm saying? It happened. But should the man never be able to live or speak again? I mean, I'm just at a point where I've been there. I've been through things in my life. Have I ever had like domestic situations where, you know, I've been convicted of things like that? No, but I've been to jail before for stealing, fraud, all kind of stuff. And it's been held against me. And it's like, I'm not that person anymore. I've done this. That was my past. Please let me move on. Why shouldn't I be able to say, listen, I apologize. And not for nothing. I've also gotten into fights in my relationships too, and I think a lot of us have, So why can't a person change? Why can't they have a platform and say, you know what? This was wrong. I paid my debt to society. I went to court. I went through the legal system. My bad. We look at what happened with Chris Brown. And now we're welcoming Chris Brown. It's been years, but at this point, people have forgotten that. Hell, people are even still willing to forget and forgive R. Kelly. So at some point, why can't the man do an interview and at least try to revive what little is left of his career? You get what I'm saying? My thing is, he'll never be what he was supposed to be or what he was leaning towards or where he was projected to be, just because that stain will forever supersede any talent that he has or anything that he has working in Hollywood. It'll never happen. I think he just did a movie with Zeus. You get what I'm saying? So the Hollywood doors for the most part are shut, but at the same time, can we not allow the man to at least try to grow and be a better person? I don't know. That's all I'm saying. Are people just never allowed to grow? Are people never allowed to, redeem themselves? I don't think that that's fair. And Keke, I think that was a cowardice move for you to pull the interview when deep down you wanted the interview. You knew deep down what the interview would look like. You knew it would cause conversation. You just couldn't handle the backlash because Keke Palmer is fake as hell and phony as hell. So she'll never stand on anything because her image is worth everything, to the point where she will even lie and hide her messy hand because she has to remain like this goody two-shoes good girl, when in all actuality, that's not who even she is. She know good and darn well she wish she could do that interview. She wish she can put that out. And she don't feel that bad about what happened with that girl or any of his convictions in regards to that abuse situation. She don't care. She wanted to have him on there because it would have been a good interview. It would have got a lot of views, good clickbait for her, and messy. Okay? People would have been talking about it. It would have went viral, but not the viral. But see, she didn't want it to go this type of viral because the pressure got put on her. And when we know about Keke, when it gets put on her, she would throw anybody under the bus or pull the interview because, hey, I'm messy, but I can't be looked at as too messy. I would rather you look messy and me look like the good girl. So if I start to get too muddy in the waters, then I'm going to pull the interview. So I'm not a Keke Palmer fan at all because it's like, girl, you knew what you was getting into when you called this man in here. Don't waste the man time. Don't waste the man time letting him feel like, you know what, he's going to be able to sit on a platform with a revered star, with a person who can get away with murder, okay, literally, get away with anything, lie on people, have her mama call people names, make up crap on people, and people are still going to love her and adore her. So, of course, he's going to be excited to sit with you and interview with you because, girl, you can do anything and get away with it. And then the pressure got too hot, and now you want to pull back. Don't waste my time because you knew why you had me sit up here. So if I was him, I'd be over her because it's like, girl, you knew what it was going to give. But, Keke, you want to be a part of new media. You want to be a part of, podcasting and things like that. Well, then, girl, this is a part of it. Sometimes the water gets a little muddy. Sometimes you get dragged. You know what I'm saying? You knew what you were doing. You wanted a messy show. You wanted a clickbaity show. This is what I don't like about these celebrities and these people that try to get behind the microphones now. They always try to act like, the YouTubers and the TikTokers and the people that are not famous that are doing this. They try to seem like we're always the messy ones, or we're always looking for the clickbaity titles and the clickbait interviews. But these people are hella messy. And they actually have the access to these things. They have the contact numbers, the friends, and they have the notoriety where the people will come and sit on their platforms. And they're just as messy as any of us. They're just as messy, if not messier. Okay? But it got too hot for her. And so just like Keke does, she chose herself, baby. Listen, I still have to remain this image of the goody two shoes girl, even though I'm messy as hell and I want to do it and I'm fake and phony as hell. But you know what, Jonathan? It's you or me. And I'm choosing me. And I get it, but I just don't. I'm not a Keke Palmer fan. She's a joke to me. But yeah, so she pulled the interview. I don't think she should have pulled the interview, but I also think that I don't even think she should have done the interview because she knew what it was going to cause anyway. So if you weren't going to be able to stand in it, then you shouldn't have did the interview in the first place. All right? Because it was just a couple of comments. You know, people were dragging it, but girl, it is what it is. Trust me, Keke, you've been dragged for worse. But let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Do you think that she should have pulled the interview, or do you think that she shouldn't even done the interview in the first place if she wasn't going to be able to handle the criticism? All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. And until next time, keep that same energy, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.